Assalamualaikum students, welcome to the fifth lecture. I hope that you all are doing really well at your homes, and I hope that you're keeping safe, keeping yourself clean and healthy, and also studying along with playing games, and you're not troubling your parents. So, and if you had understood previous lecture, you must have if you had viewed the previous lecture, you must have noticed that we had discussed about what living things can do. We had discussed that living things can reproduce, they can grow and change, and they can move by themselves. So, for example, if there is a baby, he's born yet, and he cannot talk when he is born, or he cannot walk or jump or run because his or her arms are very little. But when a baby it becomes a child, it can walk, he or she can walk, he or she can jump, he or she can run, he or she can talk, and they are taller than a baby and a little heavier than the baby. Now when a human being, when a child, he grows or he or she grows into an adult, they have grown and changed in many ways because they've become older, they've become much taller, they've become much more um, you know they can they can have a lot of different changes in themselves. But when a person becomes an old man or old woman, their body has completely changed because their body it becomes harder for an old man to run and to jump. So these are the changes that one may face. So now let's get started with today's lecture. So the topic that we are going to study today is called life cycle. So what do you understand by the topic life cycle? Okay, so life cycle basically means the stages or the stages which one goes through in a life, the different stages of life a person or animal or a plant or a living thing goes through. There are different stages in life. So let's see what is the life cycle of a human or an animal. Okay, so this is a life cycle of a human being. Okay, the different stages a person is grown, different stages a person or a human being goes through. So first of all, a human being is made up of an egg and a sperm. Then it is converted into a baby. So the first thing that Allah produces is Allah puts in a mother's womb is a baby. Then that baby it grows into a child. So the first stage is a baby, then the baby grows into a child, and then the child becomes a young person or a adolescent or a young person, and then young person it grows into an adult, so and the adult it grows into a old man or a woman. Okay, so these are the life cycle of a human being. A human being is made up of a egg and a sperm, and then it is converted into a baby, then it grows into a child, then it grows to a young person, and then young person grows into an adult, and then young adult grows into a old man. So this is a life cycle of a human being. Now let's see the life cycle of a frog. So the first thing that a frog grows from is called a embryo. It's called a embryo. Sorry. The first thing that a frog grows from is called eggs. So the adult frog it lays eggs, and these eggs they are converted into embryo. They are converted into embryo, and then these embryo they grow into tadpole. and then the tadpole it further grows into tadpole with two legs, and then these tadpoles with two legs they grow into tadpoles with four legs, and then these tadpoles they grow into a young frog, and these young frog they grow into adult frog, and then the adult frog it lays more eggs, and then the eggs grow into embryos, then the embryos grow into tadpoles, and then these tadpoles grow with two legs, and these tadpoles grow with four legs, and then a young frog, an adult frog, and this cycle keeps on repeating, and lots of babies are produced from a frog. So this is the life cycle of a frog. So in this lecture we have discussed about life cycle, and life cycle are different stages of life which human being, animals, or with any living thing goes through in his or her or its life. And and we have discussed about human life cycle and frog life cycle. In the next lecture we are going to discuss about life cycle of a chicken and a butterfly. So till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.